for game number 2 for an obvious reason. Alright, GML game 2 between DauT and Ming. This is round 5, but there is a catch. There is a huge catch, because the map is Salt Marsh. And for those of you who have been following the GML and who know about the map pool structure, you'll be thinking to yourself, well, hang on a minute, Salt Marsh is not in the map pool, and indeed, Salt Marsh is not in the map pool. Ming decided to choose Salt Marsh as his home map, and therefore DauT has been given an admin win on this map because it's not in the map pool, and it's not DauT's responsibility to check whether Ming's home map is in the map pool or not. That's Ming's fault completely, and so DauT is going to win this series 2-0 regardless of whether Ming wins this game or not, because he chose the map that wasn't in the map pool. And the problem is with Ming and Tim, they don't speak English very well, and they have to have Mr. Yo to translate, and Mr. Yo is a good translator, but there have been a bit of oversights. They do understand the rules, but not completely, it seems. But regardless, I'm going to commentate this game and show you this game anyway, even though whatever the result is of this game, the admin win will be given to DauT, and he will take this series 2-0. So that's a little bit of an interesting start to the game. It's something that's not happened so far in the GML, and hopefully won't happen again. But regardless of that, over to the left hand side of the map in blue, we do have DauT himself playing as Huns, and his opponent Ming in red off to the right of the map playing as Huns also, and the map of course being Salt Marsh, which should never have been in the map pool, because it's not in the map pool. And the reason it's not in the map pool is because of the ridiculously unfairness of this map. The map is extremely unfair. There's very, very few Salt Marsh games where the map is completely fair. And for instance, in this map, DauT has a ton of shallows right around his base. And shallows are annoying because, first of all, you can't build on them. Second of all, you can't wall. And if we have a look at Ming's base, well, he's got a couple of shallows, but nowhere near as much as DauT has, and that means he can wall a little bit better. So Salt Marsh is one of those maps that is just completely unfair usually, and that is why it's not in the map pool. But regardless of that, we'll see how this map ends up going, and Ming might have an interesting strategy for this, because of course Huns are very good rushing civilization, and Salt Marsh one of the hardest maps arguably to wall because of the amount of shallows there are. There's just so many crossing places, it's just not going to be possible for these guys to wall it off. Here and here, for instance, there's just 1,000,001 places you can get over. But also we could see some rushing as well. Obviously taking the water control on this map could be pretty useful, and it looks like no, it's not. You see, this is another thing. If these little areas were joined, which they could be, Ming could bring galleys all the way to here, and that is so close to DauT's base that it's just extremely awkward if you have to deal with that. But DauT adding 5 villages to wood right now. He's going to build a dock on the front, it seems, and there's no reason not to. There are big fish right here, and it's going to be quite important to take some water controllers. You can A, control the crossing points with your galleys, and B, you can take the big fish as well, which is always useful and important if you want to win, as they are a great source of food income, as I've said 1,000,001 times before. But yeah, Huns, as I said before, great rushing civilization. We could see a mixture of scout rushing and grushing, or galley rushing. We'll see if that is the case or not. It would be quite nice to do a scout rush here, because of course taking the water control going to work in favour of both of them if they do it, but scouts could also level things off very much, and in that regard this map kind of reminds me a little bit of Continental, because Continental is one of those maps where it's a mixture between land and water, the same as Nomad as well, and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to speed things up until we get up to the feudal age, but the dock there going down for DauT, fishing ships coming out, same for Ming as well, first fishing ship on the way, and we'll have a look at their scouting information. DauT with a good scout around his base, finding his important resources, his gold and stone, which are, luckily for him, at the back, with his small gold at the front, but 2 big golds at the back, and yeah, that's it, and gold off to the front. Ming, on the other hand, he's got gold at the back, he's also got gold at the front, but his main gold is at the front, so a slight disadvantage to him, especially if we consider if DauT wins the water, he can easily bring galleys to right here, and that gold is going to be under so much pressure if DauT does win the water. But if Ming wins the water, which he's going to obviously try and do, very important that he wins it now because of this gold position. If he does manage to win the water there, then that could work out very well for him. But if one person wins the water, it wouldn't be surprising if the other person goes straight for scout cavalries, or if they manage to do a fast castle, which could be on the cards thanks to the fishing ships. We could even see cavalry archers coming out at quite a fast pace as well. But there we go, Ming up to the feudal age in just a sec. DauT going to be feudal a little bit earlier, with the third dock going down right now, and that makes 2 docks for Ming, 3 docks for DauT, and feudal first. So galleys going to come straight out for him from 3 docks. And if he can continue the production of galleys from all the docks at once, then he could be in a great situation. And DauT even coming forwards with 2 villagers here, and he might go for a tower on this gold. And if he can tower this gold and prevent Ming from taking gold, not only is Ming going to have to build another mining camp, which is going to cost him 100 gold, 100 wood even, and that's pretty much the cost of a galley. Not only that, but he would also be slowed down massively, as his gold production would come really slow, and he wouldn't be able to produce as many galleys as he perhaps would like. DauT, though, likely to not be able to do this. It looks like DauT going to bring his scout over here, but Ming going to get the tower up first, and I don't think this tower is going to be a success at all from DauT. It's just not going to be possible with this tower already up, and DauT going to fall back and might even delete that and salvage it for the stone, which he has just done. And now, though, DauT is on the water with 3 docks. He's got some galleys coming out already, and he's going to go and pressure Ming straight away. If he can take out these fishing ships, which at the moment are only gathering these little tiddlers, but if he does take out the fishing ships, going to gain himself a little advantage, and he might just move to land pretty quickly. Looks like Ming could even stonewall this up right here, but it's going to be a little bit risky, as if DauT does take the water, he can land, and it's looking quite promising for him at the moment. It's DauT's 3 docks versus Ming's 2, and I can't imagine DauT losing the water here. As long as he keeps up galley production from all of these docks, he's going to be outnumbering Ming very, very quickly, and Ming perhaps realizes that already, and he might be sending us almost suicide mission here with his galleys just to try and pick off DauT's fishing ships. But at the moment he's not been able to find them, and if DauT catches him up, he should be able to keep his fishing ships safe and keep his galleys alive, finishing off Ming over here if he can. And Ming going to go straight for the fishing ships. There we go. He's going to try and level things out by taking DauT's fishing ships away from him. But if DauT can take these galleys out, there's going to be nothing Ming can do to finish off these ships at all. And now DauT even moving to the big fish over here. Looks like he's going to be absolutely fine on the water, moving his galleys down to Ming's side, and it looks like Ming is just going to give up on the water here, and that's it's going to impact him a lot. It's going to be huge for him if DauT manages to take the water, which he will inevitably do now. He's going to be able to get lots of fishing ships out. He's going to be able to get a huge food boost, and then he can do cavalry archers a lot easier, as he can have, more villagers gathering gold and wood, which is going to pay off a lot more ultimately. But Ming here with 3 scouts coming in, looking to do some damage. I thought one of them would perhaps go for a scout rush, and that would be Ming, with 5 scouts on the map already. Going to be heading straight over to this wood camp, it seems. If we have a look at his vision, he does see this wood camp over here, and he will be able to go straight for it. And DauT now going to have to get a spearman or 2 out to help deal with this. A spearman coming out already, a second one on the way, and he's throwing down 2 archery ranges right now, which does indicate to me that he is going to be going for cavalry archer. If he can get up to the castle age pretty quickly, he might just be able to do it as well. And now he's got these spearmen here, he should be able to block off this access point and keep Ming out. And if he does that, then Ming gonna be a little bit hard pressed to do much with these scouts. He does know exactly where DauT's wood is though, and if he comes in here with 5 scouts, he could pick off 2 or 3 villagers before DauT brings his spearman in. That is going to be a dead villager, there's no question. I'm going to say there's no question about it, but Ming bottled it just before DauT brought his spearman over, and keeping his scouts safe, I suppose it's much more worth it than losing one. But if he can pick off this villager, that is going to be really important for him. Where has he gone? It's that one there. 8 HP, and of course he does have the speed advantage with his scouts here as well. The thing is now, DauT is going to be making more spearmen, and he's going to be making archers as well. He should be able to defend this fairly easily. It doesn't look like he's going to go for scouts of his own, but now he's got these fishing ships out. He could do a very reasonable castle time indeed. He's also got the galleys on the water, and it looks like Ming is going to be forced away pretty quickly from DauT here, and he's going to be very hard pressed to make a very big indent on this game, as he's obviously not got any ships out, no fishing ships at all. He's going to be relying fully on food from his villagers, and with scouts it's going to slow his castle age time down even more, if anything. DauT with 3 archery ranges. Looks like he's going to go mainly archers then for the time being and upgrade them to crossbows once he reaches the castle age. And once he's done that, he should just be able to move straight over and do a big attack on Ming, because Ming really doesn't have that much to defend himself. As I said, this map very open and very hard to wall. Ming again coming in, trying to kill off some villagers, but these two getting extremely low, none managed to die, and Ming's just trying to hit and run and find some places where he can kill some villagers. But DauT is getting pretty defensive with some spearmen in all the important locations, apart from this wood over here, which has got a very low HP villager, and Ming just not really able to utilize these scouts as well as he would perhaps like. But he is back on the water now, and DauT, it seems, has completely forgotten to make any more galleys, and it does seem like Ming actually has more galleys out at the moment, and that could be huge for him if he's got more than 8 galleys, which he doesn't have. He has 6. It's going to be tough. He's going to try and take out these fishing ships. He knows he's got to level the score on the water, but DauT with simply too many galleys at the moment and trying to stop this wall off from going up, but it's going to go up for Ming. And Ming's going to slip past with his galleys and try and take out some of these fishing ships, it seems. He's just trying to level things out on the water here. And adding another dock on as well. That makes 4 for him. And if he takes the water back, then Ming could be in with a shout of actually getting himself back into this game. But if we have a look at the scores, he's a good 500 behind right here. And that is not good. But galleys are pretty damn good against archers, and Ming here going to be cleaning up, it seems. He was going to get a lot of free kills, but again, DauT going to come in with his galleys here, and Ming is going to have to retreat. But nice little attack from Ming there. 4 docks now up for him, and that is opposed to DauT's 3. So if he regains water control, Ming might be in with a shout of actually clawing his way back into this game. And if he manages to do that, then it's certainly going to be a prolonged game. At the moment, it's looking very much in favour of DauT, however, until Ming, of course, does get these galleys out and manages to retake water. And these archers in a pretty tough spot right there, because they do get killed off very quickly by galleys. Galleys, of course, with 6 pierce armor and 120 HP, and archers only do 5 damage, so they have to hit a galley 120 times. So galleys pretty darn effective against archers. So if Ming can actually retake the water, he could really pressure this area here. But a nice little tactic from DauT here, making a transport ship, and it looks like he's going to go and land straight away on Ming and try and do some damage to his economy. Ming's still with the scouts at the back of DauT's base. He's still not really using them, and he could actually come in here and kill off some villagers. This one on 28 HP could die quite easily if he was to bring these scouts in. But I think his attention right now focused on the water. 6 galleys for Ming, DauT on 6 as well, but he's likely to be making more, and he's quickly resumed production of galleys. He should be up to quite a decent number fairly shortly, and DauT sending over his archers right now to try and pressure the gold from Ming. Ming going to come in with his galleys though and clear this up with little or no trouble whatsoever, and DauT though going to catch him off a little bit here, going to be coming in from behind trying to take out some galleys of his own, but this watchtower going to provide a nice little defensive position on the shoreline, doing a lot of damage to these galleys from DauT. DauT still sending his crossbows over, but look at DauT's food and gold. He's going to be able to go castle right now, and Ming is also going to be able to go castle once he gets a little bit more gold. So they're going to be castle around the same time as well, but DauT with a superior navy once again should be able to retake the water, and if he does that, then Ming is going to be very hard pressed to defend, as with the water control, as we've already seen, DauT can easily make landings and send villagers across, build a siege workshop workshop outside his base, or whatever really. He can do a hell of a lot of damage. He can drop cavalry archers and just absolutely tear it up in his wood line, and there's very little Ming will be able to do about that. So it's important that Ming takes water. He's still building galleys from all 4 docks, it seems, and he's kind of desperately trying to take it back. And DauT's still with the 3 docks, but because he's got the galley advantage already, he should be able to actually hold him off on there for the time being. But DauT up to the castle age already, almost halfway there. Ming, on the other hand, just about quarter of the way. So DauT gaining an advantage every second that this game goes on, and Ming comes in at the back, trying to take out these villages. He's utilising these scouts once again, and DauT probably forgot about them, or if he didn't forget, he probably assumed they went away. And Ming going to get a couple of kills on these villagers here, which is going to be great for him. Really good indeed. If he manages to clean this up, then he's going to be in a great spot. DauT reacting with some spearmen over here, but it's going to be a little bit late. He could lose a couple more villagers, and Ming going to have to pay attention. Getting away, very nice from him. Still picking off villagers over here, desperately trying to take them out. He's going to lose 1, and oh, careful. This one, 4 HP, 1 more hit and he's dead, and he traded there 5 villagers, I think, for about 2 scouts, and that was well worth it. A very nice attack from Ming at the back there. But you've got to bear in mind, DauT is also in the back of Ming's base at the same time. Archers with fletching completed, going to be massacring villagers back here, and Ming starting to fall very far behind in the scores. A little bit of a battle going on the water. DauT still looks like he's got the galley advantage. Ming going to continue to push forwards because he thinks he's got the galley advantage, but DauT going to meet his reinforcements and send DauT back. Send Ming back even. And now he's reached the castle age. We'll see war galley straight away, I think. Where is it? There we go. War Galley going to be done straight away, and if he engages Ming with War Galley, then he's going to be in a great spot. Ming going to try and take out as many galleys as he can. Probably underestimated the amount that DauT had, and DauT now going to have War Galley in just a second. Bodkin arrow being researched as well, and 2 villagers going over to Ming's side. Finally just being cleared up in the back of Ming's base, and looks like Ming's been cleared up in the back of DauT's base. But DauT now sending over these 2 villagers, could easily go with cavalry archers, and it looks like he's going to go build his buildings over on Ming's side. See what he does with those 2 villagers, but right now going to be pushing out, and these are going to be War Galley. There we go, and he's going to be chasing Ming down. Ming, on the other hand, making some fire ships, and that's going to work quite well, I think. Fire ships very effective against galleys if the galleys aren't microed very well, because of course fire ships, they're quite slow. They have to get right up close, so if you can move your units away before the fire ships reach you, attack and then move away, and attack and move away, you should be able to clear up fire ships fairly easily. But it's going to be micro intensive. See what DauT's micro is like with that one. And again, nice from DauT. He's taking the risk of going close to the watchtower, but he's going to kill a lot of villagers off here and at least prevent them from taking gold, which is going to give him a nice little advantage right there. Continuing to make galleys, I think, and still making a few. He might add some more pretty shortly when he sees the fire ships from Ming. But at the back of his base, a siege workshop, and Ming not going to see this, I don't think. It's going to be very hard for him to see it. He's going to go so close with these villagers, but he won't see it at all. And DauT now likely to make an archery range back here as well. Is he going to make a mangonel from here? Yes, he is, and he could see a lot of dead villagers in the back of his wood camp if this mangonel does come out, and it is protected by cavalry archers. Fire ships out now for Ming though. And this is what I'm saying about the fire ships going to get focused down so easily, and they're not even able to get in range before DauT takes them out. You need much more than that in order to absorb the fire from the war galleys. And it looks like Ming is going to be forced away on the water once again. DauT proving superior on the water there, and archery range going up at the back of his base, and DauT not making any military forwards just yet. He knows he'll have to get through this wall, and he just really doesn't want to do that. Focusing down the fire ship once again, and DauT is undoubtedly going to take the water at the back here. Ming certainly not looking good. He's 1,000 points behind and just lost another 2 villagers to that mangonel right there. Cavalry archers coming out at the back of Ming's base as well, and he knows he's been landed, and he says GG. DauT resigns, and Ming resigns, and DauT is victorious.